Hello, hello, how's it going, everyone? I'm back again for another episode. Today, mainly I'll be digging, but some of the other tasks may also include things like having to place some sort of type of blocks or constructions to pass like a gap if I encounter a dungeon or something like that. Then if there is some water, I'll have to deal with that also. But for the last, I'd say more than 4 hallways, maybe even 5, not hallways, floors. I haven't dealt with any problems such as these. So no water, no troubles with open, no troubles with holes that open into big dungeons. It's simply digging, and everything is so dense that there isn't really any empty space. It's all filled mostly with stone, but sometimes there are some other types of blocks, like a coal block or copper, tin and sand and sandstone. So but stone is the main thing that main theme in these hallways. That's where I spend most of my time digging here. So that's with stone. It's exactly why I have chests filled with it. It's everywhere essentially in this dungeon. I have multiple storage areas with multiple chests filled to the brim with stone. Well, it's cobblestone by now, since once I dig it. Oops, shouldn't have placed a block here. When I harvest a stone block, it turns into cobblestone, and the that is the type of block that I have the most of in my stored into the chests. I'd say the next thing is probably going to be either sand or coal or sandstone. So these three will probably have to be take somehow sharing the second place for the most common blocks encountered during my digging. I'm not quite sure which ones are the most common. I'd say coal is probably not. It's probably third place, if not fourth. Maybe gravel is even more common than coal. Sand and sandstone is most likely sharing the second place. And I'd say that I don't encounter sand and especially sandstone that often, but it feels like there are certain places that have it, and then certain spots that are completely empty of any sandstone. But when I find sandstone, then it's filled with so much sandstone that it never ends, almost feels like. Good example would be the last 11th hallway that I dig on every floor. So that's the last hallway on each of the floors that I go through, and it has this sandstone formation that goes from all the way, I think, from almost the first floor or maybe the first floor, all the way down here with, I think there was a slight interruption, uh, a, a floor or two where it was gone, but then it continued in that same spot. I'm not sure about that, but I think yeah, it was for a while gone, that sandstone, but it came back. Well, look at that. There is some tin hidden and behind coal. And that's a rather rare sight, I'd say, and even more of it here. Wow, tin mixed in with coal is quite a, I'd say, a very rare sight. I don't usually see that. Most of the time it's, if you find coal, then it's coal. You won't find much else next to it. It may there may be something else a couple of blocks away, but it's not gonna be merged in between or hidden in between the coal blocks or right next to it. This time it was like both coal and tin were spawned in the same spot and merged together somehow. That's how this situation felt like. But it may be more common than I think. Maybe I'm even not remembering the multiple times that it happened before. That could be the case. Oh, I can see that I'm running out of torches right now. Guess that will have to be addressed quite soon. Only 5 more torches left. This will probably be enough for this hallway, but I am not gonna be able to finish digging the next hallway without crafting some more torches. I mean, I could dig it, all of the next hallway with just the 4 torches that I have left, but it's going to be darker than usual, and that's why I'd like more torches, so it's well illuminated and feels more, yeah, it feels easier to dig, because if it's too dark, then I think it's relatively easy to, well, it's easy to miss some, for example, a copper block or a coal block, because it doesn't stand out as much in the darkness. Now I'll start this on another hallway here. Place a torch right here at the entrance, and then craft some more. Yeah, let's do that. For that I'll need sticks and of course some coal. I'm getting so much coal, I think. So many coal lumps. I definitely can't complain with the amount of coal that I'm getting. No shortage of that. In fact, I'm filling up my furnaces with all this extra coal that I'm getting. In no way I can use this all in just, while with just torch crafting. I mean, I could, but I'd have to craft more torches than I need. Since I only craft as I go, I think that's the saying. I only craft as much as I need for a short while, and then after using up that batch of torches, I craft another one, but I don't craft in advance a large amount. And look at that. That's a copper block, two of them. Is that it? Or is there more? I need to prepare the... Oh, I need more sticks. That's great. Prepared my sticks and the recipe for a pickaxe. Looks like this might be it. Once I start digging the next floor, maybe I'll find some couple of other copper blocks, but that's all I found. That's all I found this time. I'm not going to dig I'm not going to dig like a large space around the copper block that I found, but I will get a few like a couple of blocks out just so I can check if there is or isn't any more copper around. If I don't see any more after 2-3 blocks that I take out, then I leave it. I think, yeah, I think usually I'd leave it and keep digging. And even more coal. I think I found a lot today, and it's not even done yet. The episode is still going. I may find even more coal. That I'm sure I will. Well, not sure, but I think in 9 minutes or so I can. It would be. Yeah, I just found a block of coal here. No, 3 blocks of coal. Maybe even 4. Yeah, that's 5 even. The problem is that I'm saying I found 5 blocks, but I'm fairly certain that there is more. There is more coal. Even here, I just wasn't thorough enough to find it all. And here it is, another block, and even more. That's how it goes with coal usually. Most of the time, the amount of coal that I find, at least, is pretty large relatively compared to something like copper. Here this was a large formation of coal, and it seemingly never ends. This is one of the largest I've seen, I think. This must have been, wow, this is, I, it's too bad that I wasn't counting how many blocks was there, but I think I've got probably close to 20 blocks here. Close to 20 blocks of, what's this? Oh, close to 20 lumps. Yeah, I wanted to say lumps. 20 lumps of coal is large, above average. I don't remember the record. I wanted to say the record was 24 or something. The record amount of coal lumps I found in one place. But yeah, I certainly remember that an episode where I found a very large amount of coal and said that, yeah, I've just set a record. But the unfortunate thing about it is I do not remember how many blocks was that. So I cannot really with confidence say if this 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 coal that I've just came up across was it in fact a new record or just an unusually large amount of coal that I've found. I'd say even if it isn't setting new record, it's close. From what I felt while digging all that coal, I'd say it was at or above 20 lumps of coal, which is a lot. Even for coal, I'd say. Finding like here, five or seven lumps of coal is average. I'd, I'd imagine that's about average. But yeah, finding 20 is, and that's what I like. I think about coal as well. It's the amount of it that spawns in one place. It has a varies quite wildly. Sometimes you can find 3 blocks, and sometimes over 20, and maybe even more. With my limited experience in digging, I cannot say that, yeah, that 20 or 30 is the uh, the most that you can find in one spot. But yeah, that's what I found. Yeah, I don't even know if that's what I found before. That's the largest amount. Just guessing. Should have written it down somewhere so I could check and see. But since I didn't, I'm just left guessing here. And while doing that, here's another copper block. Whoa. Hello. This is the previous hallway. Seems like I'll have to plug that hole here and move on. Today must be one of the best days, if not the best day, in terms of the amount of coal that I've found. This is so many lumps of coal. It feels like every hallway I've been digging multiple chunks of this coal. Every hallway it felt like that. And even on this last hallway I'm still finding more and more coal. Wouldn't surprise me if I came across even more by the end of it. And what's this? This isn't sandstone. This is... Am I even on the last hallway? Wait a minute. Maybe I'm wrong here and this is not... No, it's the last one. Did the sandstone just run out? I can see sand even on the previous floor. But where is the usual sandstone that I find? Or is it a bit farther away? Let me check. Oh, I was talking about this large sandstone formation that was going all the way from the top to the bottom of this dungeon, and it's gone. And seemingly it's been gone for quite a while. I don't see it anymore. How is that? How did I not notice that? I do wonder. And maybe it's maybe it's still here, just further into the hallway. I wonder if that's the case. Though, oh, here's an opening to a no, it's not. Or could be some humble beginnings. Ah, no, that's the place where I was digging this large amount of coal. I left it unfilled, and yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's not a dungeon. Well, moving on. Let's do a quick checkup. Yep, seems like the sandstone is in fact gone. And now I'm left wondering, when did it end? Feels like I missed that somehow, and I don't know how. Maybe I just probably wasn't paying too much attention to that. Can I finish this hallway? I think I can. Yep, here it is. Perfect. Last use of my pickaxe and the last hallway, and at the end of the episode too. This is one of the rarest things to happen, actually. But next episode, working on the floor.